What's up, guys? So today we're going to be rehousing a Burmese python. This is my dad's Burmese python, Aphrodite. Everybody that I've talked to about these, every bit of research that I have read so far, not saying all of them have, but 90% of them have sat back and said it is a smarter idea to keep your burms and big snakes in small tanks versus throwing them in something massive for them to grow into. So, for the burm that I have, everybody is suggesting really a 10-gallon. Now, personally, I would love a 20-gallon. And at some point we're going to do that. I just have to get a 20-gallon lid. So once we do that, we're set. As it says, guys, this little 10-gallon over here is going to be set up for a Burmese python. I just think it's too small. But everybody's saying 10 gallons for under 4 feet. Sounds pretty stupid to me, actually. Yeah, so I'm going to change up in the future. But for now, it gets her out of her tub, and it gets her into an actual aquarium with a light, and that's all I care about at the moment. So probably in the next week or so, I should have her upgraded into a 20-gallon long. So stay tuned for this video. So that was a lot of cardio. I was doing a lot of dancing around this, listening to the old stuff, the classics. Yeah, I think it doesn't look too bad, personally. I mean, I wouldn't even put an adult garter snake in here. Obviously not. I put a ball python in this. This looks sexy for a ball python. Maybe a baby corn snake, probably about maybe 3 feet long, I'd go for this. But for this berm, I just don't think it's going to fit. I think it's just going to be such a little room, but I think it's a lot more enrichment, honestly, so... Here she is. She doesn't look too big. She might actually do pretty good in here. But I just don't know. I really don't. We'll find out. We'll put her in here, see what she looks like. If it's too bad, you know, if she's too big, then I'll have to just, you know, put her back in the tub or leave her in there temporarily. I think I'll just leave her in there temporarily until I get a lid for the 20-gallon, which I should have a lid here soon, so... we'll figure it out, guys. Alright guys, so clearly this is not going to work. This is just not enough room. She's a lot bigger than she looks. So I am upgrading her to a 20. But anyway, this is what we're going to do. We're going to try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'll put this one back in the tub. her back in the 20 and we'll go from there. But as it sits, guys, I'm trying to make sure every animal has every possible opportunity and possibility of doing better and thriving. So it's going to be a little bit of an inconvenience space-wise, but I'm thinking I'm going to put the 20-gallon up here on top of the tarantulas, and I'm going to put the 10-gallon on top of the boas, which will limit the weight, because I do realize the top is bending inwards, which is not good, so it's too much weight up there. So we're going to move these tarantulas. We're going to have to find a place for them, so more than likely they're going to go back on top of the tarantula, which is going to put more weight on top of the snakes. We will figure it out, guys, and when we get the game plan done and we get everything drawn up and ready to go, we're getting this done. So all I gotta do is clean up the aquarium, make it look new, Kate upstairs, wash it out, and then we gotta take her out, put her back in her tub. We'll figure this out. So I hope you have enjoyed today's video. This video is roughly being refilmed at this point, this section, 3 days after we put Aphrodite inside of her new 20-gallon tank. And just to let everybody know, if you couldn't already figure it out, half of this video was absolute freaking satire. I've read so many articles on people saying that Burmese pythons as babies, along with reticulated pythons and boas, need to go into a small tank, and the reason they need to go into a small tank is it mimics their natural movement in the wild of hiding as juveniles, and they only come out at night. On top of that, apparently it's more stress if they have a lot of room. Obviously, to a point that does make sense, but at the same time, why aren't they stressed out in the wild constantly? And two, if you put them in a big tank, it apparently makes them more tank aggressive. That is true. That does have some facts behind it. But at the same time, a freaking 10-gallon? Are you serious? Come on. The tub I had her in was a 15-gallon tub. This is a 20-gallon tank. I mean, this tank looks fine. Look at her. She's right here in the middle. She's alert. She's active. She looks to be breathing a little heavy at me. But I mean, she's happy. I reach in there just like I did before, have no issues, no biting, no striking, nothing. On top of that, we'll be rehousing the Kenyan sand boa soon. He is clearly hungry, active, and huge. He's longer than the tank is now, so we have a great big tank to put him in. So even bigger, more stressed out for him. Although he did have a problem digging into the sand last time with the amount there was in it. So maybe we'll have to throw him on like a dry eco or substrate. I don't know. We'll figure that out though. So yeah, this whole video, guys, was nothing more than a whole bunch of satire BS. I was fucking around the entire time. I knew the 10-gallon was going to be way too small. I did it just for the hell of it, just to show you guys that not every fact you see online or everything you hear on the internet is absolute truth. If any of you believe me that this 4-foot snake lived at a 10-gallon, you'd probably kill me. So, as it sits, guys, Aphrodite is inside of her new 20-gallon long, and she looks to be doing great. She had a chicken a couple days ago, so I will be uploading a feeding video before this video, so look for that video. And, yeah, that video is a long, random hodgepodge of me and my dad talking, so I tried to edit it as much as I could from a 23-minute video down to like 18 minutes, and I'm going to have to add music, translution speed, all that other good stuff into it. So stay tuned for that. On top of that, we have a quail update coming. We have 13 healthy babies. We had 14, but one of them jumped out when they were younger and hit the ground really hard and bounced, and yeah, it died a couple hours later. So that was completely my fault. So this cage is a good setup for the quails, just temporarily. Here in a little bit, though, once they start getting a little bit bigger in the next 2 weeks or so, they're going to have to be moved up to something big, which I have an outside design that I think you guys are going to like. Anyway, this is Aphrodite, my dad's 3.5, 4-foot Burmese python, absolute killer, absolute puppy dog, as you guys will see in the feeding video, how gentle of a take she does. And don't worry, she was warm. She had a heat mat underneath her. She's never just sitting in an empty tub in the middle of the room at air temperature. No, she had a heat tape underneath her tape. Heat tape underneath her tub. There we go. Good Lord. I'm energetic. I'm ready to go. I want to go do stuff, and I'm ready to get about the house. So, a lot of stuff to get done today. A lot of stuff to do. Hope you guys are doing great. Stay inside if you can. If you do have to go outside, if you're not on a full wide state lockdown, if you do go outside, make sure you practice social distancing. Don't touch anything, and hold your breath when someone walks by. Yeah. Anyway, that being said, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more. We'll see you guys next time. Later.